You're now tuned into STWF TV, the Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective. Where we talk hockey.
Feed Byfield around one man in on goal. Scores! What a goal! Quentin Byfield! And that gets Jim Fox out of his seat here at Crypto.com Arena.
Basketball.
Take matters into his own hands, Van Horn. Now, you got to get the team from third to with the snap. Oh, my gosh. Throw it down, Kobe.
Football.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Oh, my God.
Wilson's going to lob one, and somehow, some way, Paul Richardson comes up with the ball.
Cuts upfield. Hurdles over a couple of people.
Oh my goodness, did you see that? He hit Steve Brown with what looked like a karate kick.
Baseball and more.
Well, there goes again. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second base is high. They're going to say that Rojas got in the way. It doesn't matter. Sosa tagged him out anyway. That was an amazing catch and tag by Sosa.
The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
What up, people? We are here on Hump Day. It's the Parlay Perspective, man. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about with y'all today, man. When I say we, it ain't just me. I'm gonna bring on my team, starting with Mr. Took Meta. Why? What up, bro?
We in the building. We in the building, man. It's Wednesday, man. We here. You know what I'm saying? What y'all thought, man? You know, obviously
we late, but we here.
With the illest BT Black Timing show, you know what I'm saying, in the world. So, you know what I'm saying? It was great that we are able to show our faces here, you know, for a mini late night session of the Parlay Perspective. Please, like, share, subscribe, SCWF TV. You know what I'm saying? Our fabulous group, Sports Talk with Friends, man. Tap it on Facebook. We are here, but we can't.
And in case this is too black for you, we bought a black screen of a man named Jake.
We bought J.O., not OJ. What's going on, J.O.?
Hey, we're all good. You know, it's okay to be.
Jake, Ohio. What's going on with you?
Hey, not too much. I'm hanging in there. You know, I'm never worried about anything being late as long as it's not my girl. So we're all good.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. We are here tonight.
Thank you, Rodney Dangerfield.
We do apologize for our
no,
time. We always doing the same thing though. Just to let everybody know, man, if y'all ain't tagged in or tuned in tonight, we were tuned into our official team, STWF's team, the Dallas Wings, you know, looking like it's been a victory over the Indiana Fever.
Though Caitlin Clark breaking WNBA records out here with 19 assists.
19 assists on the night for Caitlin Clark in a loss. Despite the loss, everything you're getting plus more with Caitlin Clark. Dallas tonight, looking like the hungrier team. 5-19, about to be 6-19. Looking shallow, looking like they're in first pick direction in terms of NBA, WNBA drafting. But tonight at home, they stand still. Great victory. Two ladies in double figures. Olabalwe and Sims, 24 apiece. Got the starting five basically in double figures for the Wings. For Indiana, of course, Clark over here, 24, 6, and 19. Aaliyah Boston coming out the Shell Rock. That's the team that's really making Indiana really go here. 28 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. A great game, and it was on ESPN tonight. I got to tune in via the ESPN cast. You know, shout out to the app. It's pretty good to see the WNBA rolling into the All-Star break, as the All-Star game is this Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We'll get the girls' PM slot. Been asking a lot of questions this season on why the girls don't really get the prime time slots. We seen one tonight with nothing really to watch. The All-Star game, baseball-wise, is finished, so they will be back in a couple days. So, you know, the limelight's on the WNBA for the next few days. I would hope so. And other WNBA news, yes, the All-Star game, as we mentioned, is Saturday. But a unique twist, I feel, to the game in terms of coaching. You see sports where the team who's the best in the conference or the league, their coaches represent the teams. Well, in this case, it's going to be a Hall of Fame GOAT. And this lady never got to play in the WNBA, but if she did, maybe most of the records will be hers. Cheryl Miller, as the women's coach on the WNBA All-Star side, consisting of, Lariana and Magicina. You call it Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Rest of the ladies, man. It's gonna be a dope All-Star game this Saturday. And the women's national team is about to start their Olympic run, so great exhibition for these individuals playing. Are you gonna watch the All-Star game, fellas?
Oh, I am. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. We get to see Reese and Caitlin on the same team, and they're gonna put them in the same lineup because they're not stupid. So that'll be something we get to watch. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that 1-4 pick and roll with her and Reese, man. That's a dime all day. It's an easy finish. They should get many out of that. I expect them to try to really go off and win that game.
Yeah, I expect them to too. I expect them to as well. The last time the ladies did play the national team, the women's all-star team, was victorious over Team USA. So I mean, it all has to fit in and making to make this Saturday, not only history in itself, but just for the game to be played where it's played at and the statures where it's played at. And on top of that, today, $2 million, $2.2, I think, $2 million deal for TV sponsorships across the WNBA next year. So they're piling up some money. People saying they're still losing money. But hey, to gain money, you got to lose some in this case. They've been losing some for a long time, but one more season of losses is not going to hurt them because they know they're exceeding as a league. I believe they are. And
yeah, they'll be fine.
Definitely be fine.
This is what they needed. We said it when we saw that rivalry with Clark and Reese start in college. We said, when they get to the league, they're going to change everything. And sure enough, that's what's happening.
Yes, sir.
Also, when we said that, we didn't expect that Reese would be holding up her side of the couch so well.
Nah, holding up the side of the couch.
She's literally just like, all right, whatever you doing, Caitlin, I'm over here doing my thing too. It's exactly what they needed. This is
right. Exactly.
This is Bird and Magic. It's Bird and Magic. We've been saying this the whole time.
Sometimes people say product and environment, and it's not a bad thing at times. You just got to outgrow them times. Angel on the basketball court, has never had really any real flaws, but when you enter pros, you got to adapt. You got to learn sometimes on the fly, and these girls who come from college straight to the league learn on the ultimate fly. You have to lead your team. You're the leader, off the rip. She's doing a great job. All these ladies are doing a great job, man, for the game, man. Entertaining at its best, man. And when you get the NBA rocking like this, you get a trade or two in the mix that kind of shapes the league for certain teams. We know the Connecticut Sun, second best team in the Eastern Conference. They acquired a great guard today from the Chicago Sky, as Marina Mabry has been traded to the Connecticut Sun. That includes two plays in Connecticut's 2025 first-round pick headed to Chicago. So we know Connecticut won't be picking on the top of the ladies format, but maybe the Sky are interested in maybe somebody next year from that frame, maybe another point guard, and we got a lot of point guards coming out next year who could be surprising ladies. Great overall value that for Chicago, but we know that the Sun are poised to make a run at the WNBA championship. This is a move for them that they feel like they need it. They've been on a little slide. They kind of been playing, mid, and they've kind of seen their differences and went after someone in the middle of the summer. So shout out to both teams for completing that trade. Now, Angel Reese is going to touch the ball a lot more. That's all it means now, Cardoso's going to touch the ball more, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be fire, man. We rocking. Connecticut Sun, man. They come here, Massachusetts. Gets the spark, I believe, later on this month. So it's going to be exciting.
He said, I came for the snacks and to roast my team. Tuquan supports.
Hey, man.
To roast any team that Tuquan supports. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Any team Tuquan supports. We won't be talking about any team I support tonight.
Thank God.
Unless you bring it up, Daryl. Nah.
No. Moving forward.
Let's move forward over here, man. Team USA.
Yeah.
We know it's exhibition style, but we know this team, they supposed to wild out and they supposed to spank these guys from A to Z.
But they had a good team today. They had Serbia today who got Jokic. I think it's basically all they got. But you had Steph Curry leading the way, 24 points, 6 for 9 from beyond the arc. Lakers big man Anthony Davis had 6 blocks to go with 7 points and 6 rebounds. The United States entered the game having won each of its first 2 games. It was coming off a close 98-92 win over Australia on Monday. Wednesday's game also served as a preview for the group stage at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games basketball tournament. The U.S. and Serbia are both in Group C and will open group play against each other at the Olympics. Oh, I didn't know that part.
That is fire. First off, Steph Curry. There's guys that usually come into these games, and they send themselves. Steph Curry's already been in ascension. He's always going to be in ascension. He's always going to be one of the guys when you talk about basketball here on out. But for him in the first couple of games to put a stamp on where he's at in terms of the guys on this team and options-wise, this might be a great summer for Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Going into the season where with Golden State, there's a lot of question marks going on. But one thing still remains, that man Steph Curry's a bad man, dog.
Yeah, so basically every time we send a team this good, you have at every position one of the best basketball players in the world. Except now one of those guys you cannot leave open. And that's Steph Curry. He's going to eat. He's going to eat the most because at no time are you not going to try to rotate. You're just going to have to play straight up defense. You can't pick any one of these guys to double or single out because it doesn't matter. So you got to just play everybody up, man up, and rotate when it happens. And when that happens, Steph Curry's going to be open. He's going to hit every damn shot. 6 for 9 tonight, light work. Everybody, we all know it's light work for him.
And he's been off since early May. So he's been ready to cook. You know what I'm saying? This man hasn't had a vacation like that in a long time. So
it's not often for him. You're right.
So it's definitely not often for him, man. USA, as Will mentioned, man, they start play in a few days, and it's great to just keep rolling early. Don't play no games, man. But at the same time, you're gonna have a lot of tough teams, as it keeps climbing, building your way. Just continue the success you're doing, USA, man. That's fire and all, man. If we have more NBA news, I believe we have a few more NBA little things to pit around. If you're catching Summer League, definitely. If you're not tuning in, always some great talent there. Vegas is where it's at, man. So go there. If you're in Vegas, go catch a game. If you're me and Will, you gotta observe on the television screen and look at future prospects of our teams, guys that are in the Summer League that already probably cracked the rotation, but this is kind of like, you're cracking the rotation. As we was talking about with guys like JJ Johnson, PG Johnson, sorry, and some others, man. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what cooks up. But the guy that we spoke on, and Will mentioned him, man, the kid Ware from Miami, man.
Miami did it again. Jaime Jaquez last year. Whatever other undrafted rookies they scooped, they actually picked this one like they did Jaime. And, Ware, bro, that kid, he's real. Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, Daryl. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's birthday cake outside, man.
It's birthday cake. It's definitely birthday cake outside. And Jason and Jaylen Brown had 2 of them things walking with him.
Yeah, people were saying I wonder if he, it's Angel out here. She's doing things we didn't even think she could do, like in terms of her celebrity.
They stole the show.
Premium
cheekage. They stole the show. Yeah, premium cheekage.
Premium cheekage. Fuck yeah.
She had mentioned the other day she was on Instagram Live, and I guess a lot of men are hitting up asking fly them out or something like that. Or
Yeah.
Like,
come on,
and she's just like, she's on the pedestal right now. Where I said in the beginning, she has good basketball game. I said she needed to improve her game. She's done that, but she has the basketball game. She has the looks, and she has the personality. So the personality and social media side is always going to fit for her. Now the game is excelling as well, and she's shutting the haters up. She is going to be a diamond in the rough for hopefully a real long time, and we're anxious and happy to see her. But back to the summer league. One guy who put up a good performance couple out yesterday was Jared McClain, the Duke player. Everybody knows he's TikTok swavy. You know what I'm saying? He likes all the colors in the world. He likes to display himself. He's happy every time, it seems, and it's great. You know what I'm saying? But on the basketball court, man, this man putting up those numbers like that to go with that Sixers team that's coming in this year. You know, he can be a guy that can probably see some good minutes. You know what I'm saying? His first year with the team. And so shout out to him. I watched him last night. Definitely one of the guys that I looked at like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got some game on the court. We got Jalen Wilson from the Brooklyn Nets last night. He had 27.3 rebounds. Jarris Walker, a guy that I was a bit high on. 19 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds for the Indiana Pacers. Another 3-4 guy that can kind of do some great things. And the Clippers changed their logo. I forgot. I was looking at the
did they?
And the Clippers changed their logo. It's like a ship.
I'm gonna pull it up.
It's a
clipper. It's a clipper.
Yeah, it's a clipper. Yeah.
We finally know what a clipper is.
Allegedly. Yeah, I think we brought it up on another show, but we'll bring it up once more here in case people were unaware. This is the Clippers' new logo. It's whack. No, it's all right. It looks it looks dope there with the C around it. So it's basically nautical too. It's a compass, if you can see that. It made the compass part out of it. It's kind of clever. It's mostly corny, and it looks all right on the jersey itself, though.
Yeah. I was watching. I actually know Bo. I like that. I like the alternate jersey.
Was that Paul George?
Yeah, these brothers ain't even here no more. Nah, just George is gone. But yeah, there's your new Clippers logo.
Well, at least Paul George gets to leave with some merch, some new merch.
Maybe they probably took that shit. Nah, they probably took that shit back on his way out. Give me that shit.
Listen here, man. Hey, we here, man. Parlay Perspective, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man, on this fabulous Wednesday. They said there was supposed to be thunderstorms here at Master Nights and warnings, but ain't only nothing but drizzle. So, you know, we survived. You know what I'm saying?
It's never what they say it is.
Never. It's never
until they say it's light and then it kill us. They don't be knowing.
They don't be knowing nothing. You're absolutely right, man.
Tough job though.
So we're gonna twist here. We're gonna have we got some soccer news here. And
I didn't see this coming. I didn't even put this on the
couple stories we have here. First off, there's a MLS soccer player who is 14 years old, and he took the field tonight in his first game against the New England Revolution. Philadelphia Union's Kevin Sullivan broke Freddie Adu's long-standing record as the youngest player for a senior MLS side when he took the field on Wednesday night. 14 years and 293 days of age, called to the senior squad for the first time on Tuesday. The Union won big, 5-1 over the Revolution, and he came in late in the second half to break the record. Shout out to the young man, signed the largest homegrown contract in the MLS on May 9th. And the deal that stipulates Sullivan will transfer to the English Premier League powerhouse, Manchester City, after he turns 18 years old. That is impressive. Speaking of soccer, too, Copa America and the Euro, shout out to both of those tournaments. Shout out to the champions. Shout out to the champion of the Euro, Spain. shout out to the two-time champion of the Copa, Argentina, despite Lionel Messi getting hurt. Argentina was able to weather the storm, get a win. Hey, do something in return. You can't see ya.
My God, get back up here, man.
But listen here, on Sunday when I was going home, I mean, you know, East Boston, you know, home of the home pride of Colombian pride up in that area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Going up there, East Boston, all that. And there was a bunch of Columbia fans. You know, Raleigh was being cool, chatting a lot. You know, there was a lot of fans. But then the Copa ended, and but before that, it was supposed to start at 8:00. The start didn't go to 8:45, and this was the reason why. Fans, from what I've heard, caused a lot of ruckus to the point where they was breaking into Miami Stadium for the game.
The hell?
Dude, that shit was wild. I saw the videos and pictures of that. That shit was crazy.
After unruly fans created absolute chaos inside of the event, and people's behavior didn't get much better. Yeah, bunch of pictures of fans sneaking into the game, breaking stuff. Listen here, we come to America, we come to destroy. That's they've done. Yes, they did. It got so scary, officials actually had to close off gates completely and said they only reopened them for a brief time to prevent stampedes and serious injury at the perimeter. Gates were then closed once the stadium was deemed to be at capacity. And fans complained that people who didn't have tickets were squatting in their seats and refusing to leave. Others were seen on video making messes all over the venue. Yeah, bunch of stuff going on, man. They were here, they were partying, man, turning up. Championship game, you know, soccer's real serious as much as every sport is, and going crazy. Shout out to Copa America, man. Being in America, and this is a glimpse of what we're gonna get in the World Cup, then get ready for it.
Yeah, it should be interesting. That's wild though. Fans.
Where Will go?
Will has left the building. He'll be back in a second. We'll have his thoughts as well. Like, share, subscribe, man. CWF TV, we here on this late Wednesday. We do again apologize for being delayed. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever were playing our sponsor team, the Wings, tonight, and we were live at the game. We came back in jet 5 minutes into the studios of ourselves. They put this show together tonight. So shout out to everybody again tuning in tonight for this. Got some NFL news. Something we already kind of knew was going to happen. Brandon Ayuk finally requested a trade. Yep. We're not surprised, but we had to let y'all know because we always tell y'all we're going to give you updated news on things we talk about. So let's see which way this goes as the season starts. Looks like T. Higgins is really going to stay fit because this man most likely is going to be on a new team. Commanders.
So where y'all thinking he goes?
Commanders.
Think so, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be wild. That's a lot for the rookie.
I think so. I think
that kind of puts it helps him, but it kind of puts a lot of pressure on the rookie because now you got to succeed. You got nothing but 3 really good receivers over there if he goes there.
These and one thing for sure, a couple of these rookies got some good receivers already, you know what I'm saying, in their pocket. So it's gonna, like Will said, the pressure's gonna be on you. It's gonna be to what you can do. Like team GMs and the organization is gonna be jumping on you this year to make the difference in why the team is good compared to why they stink and was in position to get you in the first place. So it's definitely gonna be interesting to see where Brandon plays in this. Let's look to see where Ayuk would want to go because I know he requested something more than likely. In terms, maybe a team that he wants to be traded to.
So are we talking about where we think T's going to end up or where we think Ayuk's going to end up?
Ayuk's the story right now. We kind of think T's going to be in the situation for a little bit.
So Ayuk, from what I gathered from when I was getting the release and everything, 49ers have 0 plans to trade him. So where he might end up this year, probably stuck with the 49ers and then hit free agency next year. But he might hold out and not play, but that's going to be his pocket getting burned, not the Niners. So at the end of the day, if they really just want to get rid of him so they ain't got to hear his mouth, they might trade him, but they said they have a zero interest in trading him at the moment.
Well, yeah, zero interest, but there's probably a few teams that want a receiver, but let's see how far they go. And if you get him, you're gonna have to pay him. 2 teams maybe in mind. We mentioned the Commanders, who's kind of been on the radar all season, and then the Jalen Daniels talks kind of just like glued it a little bit. Not crazy glue, but that old school glue that you use at in your elementary
the Elmers.
And Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who got George Pickens right now. They let go of who they let go?
Deontay Johnson.
So probably looking for somebody to fill the void that's much more of a veteran Swavey guy to match with him. Maybe that's the case, but there's a couple teams that's willing from Austin is saying that's willing to pay Ayuk. But what will it cost to get him right now? Because
it also comes down. Go ahead. No, it comes down to a fit thing too, because you need to be able. We've seen exactly how it goes with him with the 49ers. If he ends up being number 1, he doesn't produce nearly as much. Now, that's just a factor in all teams at the same time, though. But you need to get someone that complements him to where he is the 2. He doesn't have to be the direct one.
Well, the 2 places that were talked about, they both have that. They Steelers have Pickens. He'd be perfect number 2 to them, to Pickens. And then, obviously, the Commanders have Scary Terry. So.
Jake. Ayuk
those 2 teams for sure.
Ayuk right. Guy, right? Will, you like Ayuk too, right?
I think he's a good player. I think he may be overselling or overestimating what he's capable of as a number 1, but we'll see.
Yeah, according to Josina Anderson,
Patriots
yesterday at 2:00, nearly 2:00 p.m. Within the last couple of weeks, the New England Patriots reached out to the 49ers about inquiring Brandon Ayuk, and they were told that the receiver is not being traded at the time. Now, if the trade's being requested, and the Patriots are kind of a team that's like, maybe you can go get a good package for them if the Patriots really want it. So that's another team potentially in the mix, and maybe the first or second team in the mix right now, if that news stands somewhat accurate.
It'd be a number 1 for us, which we just take it because it's all bad.
And Jake will have his jersey on weekly.
And it's something because we do have a top-rated defense, whether we want to admit it or not. When they're healthy, this is a top 5 defense still, in my opinion. The offense is obviously what lacks: offensive line, receiver, tight end, and literally everything.
Just so you were good at offense.
Yeah. So getting someone that's got a little bit of a veteran status, even though it's not fully veteranized yet, Brandon Ayuk there would be something there to help Drake make comfortable. Right. And if they really wanted to play him in the Y instead of the X, they could have Bourne possibly playing 1 instead. So you never know, but I don't really trust Kendrick Bourne either.
And whatever, we'll see what you're really going to be pissed though because he's probably going to want that number 11 jersey.
I don't want him to have that. That's Julian Edelman's. Don't touch it.
Yeah, it's gone. It's not Edelman's anyway.
It was Bledsoe's. I get it.
Yep. But yeah, will be fascinating. Look forward. Hopefully we can make that move. It'd be good for us, actually.
Sir, man.
I don't know how much he's gonna want though.
Mile high salute, man.
Too much.
Mile high salute to that, man.
It's gonna be a sign and trade.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They gonna have to pay him. Yeah.
Maybe NFL doesn't do the sign, but yeah, they'll trade for him. And
eventually, he's gonna have to he's gonna have to go there and see where he sheds. If he feels like he's the number 1 for real, then he's gonna go out there and say, "Hey, I'll prove that I'm number 1." You know what I'm saying? And hey, then he'll get his cash, man. But
see, that's the weird thing for him. Like, I don't think he'll want to come here because exactly what you said. The team that gets him, just because they trade for him, they don't gotta pay him. Because actually, when they trade for him, they're going to trade for him and probably tell him, especially if he's going to be their number 1, oh, go prove it. Go prove it. Oh, you got this year to prove it, and then we'll pay you, of course, if you're worth it. But he's going to be like, yeah, but it's Drake May you got throwing to me. Or worse, Jacoby Brissett. So, yeah, he probably won't want to come here. They talk about trading me. Like, you know what? I just signed. How about?
Well, look, I wouldn't necessarily say or worse. I like Jacoby Brissett. Don't do that.
Jacoby sucks. I don't care how much you like him.
Oh, he's not terrible.
He's not good either.
He can do enough. He's very serviceable.
Actually. He's
very
actually
serviceable.
He's a very serviceable backup. That's the thing. But that's it. As a starter, that's not who you want going into the season. Anybody. That guy's not good.
I'm taking him over Jimmy G.
I wouldn't, only because, I mean, I guess, but just because he's going to play more, but no.
No, he's more accurate.
No, he's not. He also has no arm, and he has less of an arm than Jimmy G has, which is astonishing. Yeah. Jimmy G just costs a lot more. That's the only thing you have in that argument, that Jimmy G will cost a lot more to do a little more.
About the same.
Jimmy G, man, nah. I think they come back to New England. I think they come back to New England is kind of in the wash.
Jimmy can throw the ball down the field at least.
Oh yeah, he definitely. Who's not throwing the ball down the field, man? My man Terrell Davis right now. My man's actually standing up for.
Oh, that whole shit's weird. I don't even.
It's weird, but I'll get it in. I'll get it in quickly, real quick. The former Broncos superstar says he's still traumatized by an incident that occurred in Orange County, California on Saturday, and he believes race played a role. He was removed in handcuffs off a United Airlines flight after asking for a cup of ice. Davis, who was 51, former Denver Broncos Super Bowl champion, was on that United flight from Denver when his son asked for a cup of ice, and the passenger attendant didn't respond, according to the retired football star. Davis then lightly tapped on the flight attendant's arm to get his attention when he shouted, "Don't hit me." The fight went on without further incident, but upon landing, half dozen FBI agents and sheriff's deputies boarded and took Davis away in handcuffs. Davis says, "If I were not a black man, I wouldn't have been in handcuffs until they found out exactly what happened." Earlier this week, the airlines apologized and took the flight attendant off duty while it reviews the incident.
Sounds like a case of the bullshits.
For who?
I'm sorry, I completely forgot the guy's name. You said Davis?
Terrell Davis?
Yeah, he got bullshitted. For tapping a guy on the shoulder, really?
Yeah, but also they typically don't just handcuff people for nothing. I feel like it's somewhere in the middle. The truth is usually somewhere in between the two stories. They're making it seem like he assaulted her. I don't think that happened. But I also don't think that just a tap, they're gonna lock this man. I mean, there's no way they don't even know who he is. I don't know. That's crazy. But yeah.
Right. Obviously a back and forth probably. Like he just said,
some kind of argument.
If I wasn't a black man, like it probably was some back and forth arguing, you know what I'm saying, some aggression. And I mean, he was trying to get the man's attention, but usually at the airport, man, if somebody walks past you kind of yelling at him like, "Oh, hey yo, you know, I asked for some ice," you know, things like that. So the attendant might have felt like, you know, hey, somebody's touching me. Oh, don't hit me or whatever. It might have been
a wild response though.
This man's a running back. So when he gets the ball like
that's
this,
like looking for a product type response.
You know, they tell you to hold the ball tight like this. So Davis is probably like this, ice. You know what I'm saying? Don't hit me.
Man said he don't know his own strength.
Right, exactly. You know? So I mean, terrible situation for a man to go in handcuffs for not getting no ice and just like going back and forth with the attendant. But you are where you are, and depending on where you are, the most craziest things can happen in this world. You know? Maybe if you were somewhere else, it wouldn't happen. But that's the roundup of the NFL news. All right, rookies have reported the training camp as well. In a little side note.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we got one more. A guy that has a no trade clause in his rookie contract.
Oh, fascinating. Was it the no trade?
Yes.
Or was it the? Well, I know the.
no tag. Sorry, no tag, no franchise tag.
That's fascinating.
No franchise tag for Kelly.
My man's planning his exit.
My man definitely said it. This is not working out. I am over there. Signed his
He's gonna do what he did to Oklahoma.
39, I believe, $0.5 million over the course of his first couple years in the league, with a 25 on the slice. at the pen on the paper. So shout out to Khalid. So for doing his justice, man, to finally sign the deal. I think there's one person that I believe hasn't signed the deal yet. I believe we're waiting on him, Mr. Fanatic. And let's see how long it takes Mr. Fanatic, Marvin Harrison Jr. to ice whatever he needs to ice up, because it's been real quiet, and I don't think he's at training camps this week. Yeah, we'll see how this gets, man, before the season.
He's tripping. He needs just to go ahead and do it. Like, just sign, bro. Like, what's your deal? Like,
wait, I thought Harrison did sign. That's why he was in the Madden game.
He's in the Madden game?
Oh yeah, he's in the game. Well, we haven't got the game yet, so we don't know.
Well, no. They put him in the Ultimate Team for 2024.
Oh,
so
wow.
He had a card, so I thought he did sign.
Well,
yeah, he must have been.
Okay, I'm sure.
Or maybe I'm just stupid and don't know how to read, and they just decided to put him in the game and said, "Screw it." I don't know.
No, that's the fastest way to get themselves sued.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He made it official. Yeah, he made it official. He signed the contract. So overall, he probably ended up just settling with the guys at Fanatics and, getting his due diligence on, man. But shout out to the young rookies, man, for trying to move the money up, as the NFL's been doing the last few years, man.
What else we got in the docket tonight?
What else we got in the docket tonight, man? Just let everybody know, man. Check out Best in the World podcast tomorrow, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Central Time. You're going to have Dale and the crew. Speaking on Dale, going to AEW tonight, AEW 250. So you got to see the awesome match to start off between MJF and Will Ospreay. We'll get his thoughts on how it went. Of course, Indies news, AEW news, and WWE news all wrapped in one. Last week's show went crazy. Shout out. Keep continuing to rack those numbers up on all shows that we do here. And Friday night, our tap out session with the guys with me right now, you know what I'm saying? And Wu-Tang, for the tap out. So yeah, man, some couple, things for the viewers to, tap into,
Absolutely.
Don't submit though, you know what I'm saying? Stay like Stone Cold, man. Just bleed to death and just
like, share, subscribe, come through.
Yes, come through. So more news on the ground. We're gonna find a couple more things, man, here. We want to discuss something in the Parlay's perspective. Great job, fellas, tonight, man, coming in here. We talk about, people say, oh, we got things to talk about tonight. It's Freestyle Wednesday, baby. You know what I'm saying? Who's your favorite freestyler, Will?
Man, that's a whole conversation. I'll keep it simple. I'll just say I love Slim Shady, but there's better freestyles that are out there in the world. Juice WRLD, before he passed away, was unbelievable. I mean, freestyle for like an hour straight. I've done something like that, but not on that level. He was going nuts. He did that shit on a radio show. That's crazy. On Funk, what's that thing?
I'm going to go old school Cass.
Cass was, yeah.
I'm going to go old school Cass, man, if I was listening to somebody right now. Jake.
Busta.
Freestyling? Sometimes.
Busta Rhymes?
Back in the day, he did.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he was nice, actually. He's still nice. Busta's one of the most underrated rappers of all time.
Yes, he is.
Simple.
So we talked about Busta, I believe, a couple weeks ago on the Chop Up, and you know what I'm saying? Hey, Busta was that guy. Chris Middleton, we know with age, injuries come. He's been injured, you know what I'm saying, in and out of the Bucks lineup. But he underwent 2 ankle surgeries this offseason. But reports say he'll be ready for the 2024-25 season. The Bucks as well added Gary Trent Jr. Yesterday to a contract. So that's a guy that was floating in free agency, a guy that can probably spark your team up in the sense a little bit, as Patrick Beverly has decided to go. I believe he went to Russia. And hopefully Beverly, you know what I'm saying, is able to, maximize the rest of his career. He had deals, he said, from 2 teams, minimums. But obviously, when you hit that minimum mark, you know what I'm saying, you start to know your worth. Shout out to an individual in our lovely group. Mentioned, he had mentioned that, he may not be as valuable anymore to the NBA, and that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? He's obviously had his downs and ups, coming from the mud, undrafted to get to the league. But, in all, the Bucks need reconstruction, period. That was terrible last year. Isn't Doc Rivers still in the helm?
Probably.
They
make bad decisions.
What the Bucks gonna do? Agents start hurt. Have to do some things around that.
That team's screwed. The Dame Lillard thing had to work right then. I don't think that it's good. I mean, they'll have a chance next year if they stay healthy, but I think they missed the small window they had. They might, if they're not where they want to be at the All-Star break next year, Middleton might get moved. Team's just not as good as it should be.
You know where I think Middleton will work?
Where?
The Rockets. They could use a veteran.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they got a few. They got a few veterans over there.
Another veteran wouldn't hurt them.
Yeah,
they're young as hell. They're super young. They basically got Van Vliet and what's his name, crazy man.
It depends on what Middleton wants to do. Like now, like you said, Middleton's going to be with the Bucks because obviously he's getting those starter minutes. He's going to be a starter. Eventually he'll be on the bench. But if he goes to Houston, he's going to be in a situation where he's a bench guy, and he's going to have to adapt to that role. So I don't think he's able to adapt to that role yet until he knows mentally his mind. Like, yeah, man,
who you think would start over him?
And who's there too right now? Homie. Jalen, what's his name?
Green.
Jalen Green.
Yeah, but Middleton's really a 3.
Who's that? Hold on.
And their three is just the dude from Memphis, the crazy dude who's always fighting with LeBron. What's his name?
Dillon Brooks.
Dillon Brooks. He'll start over Dillon.
And like I said, if Chris didn't have these surgeries.
Oh, the injury thing, yeah. If he's injured,
obviously, yeah. Definitely be a starter there. Yeah. But I think that we're hopefully we don't. But I mean, he had some good games this year with the Bucks. Despite the downpours. It'll be interesting.
You're right though. His body's getting beat up for what he does. Like he's just a scorer. Why are you always hurt? Like it's not like you go to the rack a bunch. He's a shooter. If KD can stay alive all these years, you can stay alive. Like
some people are just built like glass.
Yeah, he glass man for sure.
Hey man, Middleton's out here trying to resume his basketball career, and another guy trying to resume his basketball career is Jonte Porter, brother of Michael Porter.
Oh, he's done. What is he thinking?
Agreed. He requested to resume his basketball career in Greece, but is denied by a federal judge. He was seeking to play for the Paras BC of the Greek Basketball League in Europe. The ruling by Judge Lashin Diarcy Hall comes 1 week after the Toronto Raptors forward pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud related to the betting scandal that resulted in the ban of him being in the NBA. So yeah, he's trying to get from one league to another. I don't know
what happened. He messed up, man. He messed up so bad that they don't want him playing ball nowhere.
Right, exactly. As I said, your card for basketball is over. You're gonna have to go to
He caught the Pete Rose.
Mm-hmm.
He caught the Pete Rose. Man. He got Big Red Machine.
You said wire fraud. Who is this guy? Billy McFarland?
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
He's set to be sentenced in New York on December 18th. He could face 3.5 to 4 years in prison. 4 other men have also been charged in this case. Shout out to the All-Star game. Shout out to the MLB All-Star game. Shout out to the man Duran from the Red Sox who took MVP honors in the AL win over the NL. The Red Sox are looking to start the second half of the season the same way they finished the first half, and that's shocking the world. Would be crazy if the Red Sox won the World Series this year.
It'd be fucking
Bro, I'm
absurd.
not even trying to hype it up because I'm not even a Red Sox fan. But when I saw that, I was hyped for Will and sent that to him right away. I was like, "You see this? First time since 2008."
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
People are talking about
funny.
I refuse to buy in though. I'm not buying. I don't believe.
You know what's funny though? I'm going to say this real quick.
What?
You know what that guy did like 2 years ago, right?
What guy? No, who?
Duran.
Oh,
He's the reason my Blue Jays got an inside the park grand slam.
Yeah, he fucked up. I remember that. Yeah. I'll be
That
right
was
back, though.
hilarious. All right.
And then they talk about the uniforms in the All-Star game. What y'all think of uniforms?
They weren't that bad, honestly. I mean, people are going to hate on them, and I think that they were, they weren't simplistic. They had a little bit of flash into them, and very colorful. But yeah, no, I was a fan of it.
I liked it too. Though people wear their own team uniforms, I feel like having that style kind of brought me back to like old school baseball in a sense. Great with the color scheme, probably kind of like an older person color scheme. So I wasn't mad at it. Shout out to Coach's son who actually got an All-Star jersey with the last name in the back.
Yeah,
Coach,
that was
last
cool.
night. Shout out to my man Coach tuning in tonight from the crib, man. Hey, baby, Coach be back, man. Coach is in the chamber right now.
Hyperbolic time chamber.
J.O., Jake Ohio in the building. Metatuke in the building. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey, Tuke, wait a second. Hey, two things. I do got to shout out the former Blue Jay, Teoscar Hernandez. He won the home run derby.
Yes.
He's now a Dodger. He's badass though. And two, I know we were talking about the MLB All-Star game, but you know what I always love that they don't do anymore? In the NFL, when they had team helmets that they wore instead, they wore their actual team. It had the same uniform, but had the team helmets. That was always badass to me.
No, that's definitely dope.
I wish they'd still do that, but I don't think they're bringing it back.
No, NFL probably won't be bringing that back. We talk about on this show, man, them resuming the game as a whole and how to fix it and things of that nature. So whenever they decide that they want to fix the game up, then maybe we can go into those old school design uniforms and all that stuff. But I'm surprised that nobody has mentioned it. Like, NBA, MLB, for instance, are like, we bringing back retro, day, or, people wear their retro jerseys. Like, football has some swag. Football's been developing that swag. But in terms of the All-Star game, yeah, that would be something dope, at least for the old heads, the nostalgia of, like you said, people wearing their team helmets on their head. Yes, sir, man. Like I said, we're going to wait to see if Will pops up in here, man. I want to give shout-outs. We're going to give shout-outs. We want Will to give shout-outs. You know what I'm saying? We here tonight, man. We came through on this Wednesday night, man, in the week. This is the week end of season 2. Sorry, end of the season. This is season 4. So season 5 will resume on Monday. And like I said, we're going to roll into a few more little talking points, see how long it takes Will to come through. He just actually hit us, lost a little bit of connection, trying to restart his computer. So roll in, man. So if anybody's here, man, tuning in tonight, man, anything y'all would like to discuss or chat about, let us know. We are here to chat with you. We're here to debate with you. Here to do whatever you like for you. Jake, do you have anything you want to speak about?
I really didn't have anything for the docket. I did. You did already answer my question though about if you could go back and see anyone's college career over again. Who would you like to see? And who was your answer again?
I said Michael Irvin, just being funny. What a time to be high and one of the best receivers in the game.
Yeah.
You see the thrill of it. It's definitely good to see. Question for you.
Go for it.
No, you go. You go. What you were saying.
No. My obvious choice was Cam Newton. I thought his time at Auburn was something crazy to see. I was watching highlights of it actually, which is the only reason I brought it up. He was running over LSU linebackers, SEC linebackers like they were nothing. You got to remember, Cam Newton's about 6'4", 6'5", probably about 230 back then, and he's just trucking people. He was just a freak athlete. He was absolutely absurd.
Definitely, man. Cam, man, he was speaking. I seen him. Seen a reel of him speaking on the Florida team and how dominant they was and how good he was coming in, and then having the realization that he may just have some packages, but he wasn't going to be the starter over there, the 10, and how much of a brotherhood they was and stuff like that. And the reason why he transferred out, they actually tried to say he basically got kicked out, but that wasn't the case. He knew he wasn't going to get no run, so he had to bounce. He had to dip. And for Cam, it ends up in maybe a Hall of Fame career, maybe, but in all, it was an overall great career football-wise for him. And being at Auburn and being one of the top college players probably of all time is fire in itself.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
You're a Duke fan, right?
Correct.
Duke is gonna get a great welcome, to start this year. I'll start the year off. Cooper Flagg, as we know, the number one prospect in America, is going to be entering the Blue Devils facility. They're projecting him to be the number one pick in next year's draft. This man has just about proved the critics why he should be the number one. Hopefully he has a great transitioning school year and a great basketball year for the Blue Devils. But where would you like to see Cooper Flagg? Would you like to see, when we look at a few of the teams that may be in drowning mode next year and maybe in position to get him? Brooklyn Nets, Chicago Bulls, San Antonio Spurs perhaps, Detroit Pistons, Washington Wizards. Where would you like to see Cooper Flagg? Or if any of those teams on the list doesn't surprise you or fits your plate, where do you think Cooper Flagg will be at?
I don't know exactly where I think he would end up, but I do know I definitely don't want to see him end up in Detroit or the Wizards at all. I don't see exactly how I could see the Spurs getting a chance to end up with him, strictly because I think the Spurs aren't going to make a huge leap. They're going to make like an Arizona Cardinals leap. They're going to win a couple more extra games than what people think they're going to do.
But they have someone else's pick.
Oh,
so they have a shot. They have a shot. Not the Wizards. Let me find it. I'll find out right now. They have a shot.
If they have the Wizards or Detroit and they get him Flagg, Wemby, and the new guard they just got, that's fucking dirty.
Right. I want Flagg to go to – that's my answer. I want him to go to the Spurs because I think that'll just be – there you go. You start up a new dynasty with the Spurs. It'd be fun.
That would be my
David Robinson and Tim Duncan 3.0 over there. You got 2.0, David Robinson and Timmy, but Wemby and Cooper Flagg are going to be early in their careers. That's going to be scary for the league.
I also think Cooper Flagg is about 6'5", 6'6". I see him growing within the next couple of years too, because he's only 18. He's still got a little bit more time to grow. He could end up entering the league at 6'7" and be a crazy three. So
I'm gonna be real with you. I think in this situation for him, and I'm not saying that Wemby. I mean, everybody deserves to be in the Market City, I guess. Not everybody, because you got to prove yourself. But for a guy that's projected like a Wemby or like a Cooper Flagg, you want him in a good market. San Antonio.
Wemby made it a market.
Because San Antonio has one of the best coaches of all time. That's like a great market. You know what I'm saying? Going to Greg Popovich. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different.
Yeah.
But for Cooper, like, we know he's probably going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Chicago was kind of in a hellstorm where they don't know what the hell they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Who they want to keep, who they don't want to keep. The fire is still there. I think they can keep disappointed fans. Chicago wouldn't be a bad spot for Cooper Flagg. But another interesting theory that I have is that one of these teams that may have some trade collateral may try to go sneak up and go get him. Who knows?
But to do that, you have to both convince the team that you're trading to that what you're giving them is worth it, or I don't know, somehow figure out like who's going to be that bad before they know.
Yeah.
Because like no one's trading their pick now because they see what Cooper is.
And this could be another team that's like in the bottom of the lottery too, because you got to remember the balls dance a little bit in a sense better now for the public. You know what I'm saying? They don't bounce where the worst team in the league is guaranteed the number one pick. You know what I'm saying? So maybe not these 5 teams here, but maybe the next 5, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Utah is a team that gets in the mix for that. You know what I'm saying? Situation with Cooper Flagg. Danny Ainge, you know how I don't know if he could play anybody or sway anybody in the league no more, but hey, this may be the year for Utah to not be good. So Utah can be there, go get a guy like Cooper.
They got rid of Spider for a reason.
So the Spurs have the Bulls top 10 protected pick. So if it's in the top 10, they don't get it.
Okay.
They have there's a Hornets one that's top 14 protected that the Knicks have, I guess. There's another one that the Hawks have, and then they have another top. Okay, so they all have top 14 protected picks between the Spurs, Hawks, and Knicks, and then they have their own pick. So yeah, it's going to be tough because that, like you said, the best pick here is their own pick, and I do agree. I think they're going to make a little bit of a jump next year, and that'll probably take them out of contention for Cooper Flag. But hey, like you said, if they were to manage they have all them assets and then picks, I could see some team taking some of those picks and maybe even Keldon Johnson or Vassell and being like, all right, you can gamble on how high this pick is going to be. But if they manage to get themselves into a top 5 pick situation, the league will take care of the rest. They'll get the first pick. They'll get the first pick.
The league will take care of that and then say, this is the last thing we're doing for you.
Oh, we'll never help you again. No, but this is it. But honestly, the league, I don't know, because the league probably wants Cooper somewhere else. He went from being a guy that, like, yeah, whoever gets him is going to get a great player, and, like, especially if they already have a good team or, like, a decent team, they're going to be really good. To now, he's like, yo, this is a franchise changer, and that kind of changes the value of him. He's,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this man's from Maine, man. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all name
shout out to Maine.
Fingers? Can you name on your fingers how many people from Maine you know that's made it to where Cooper is right now?
None.
Out to the young man. I say it's
Damn it, Bobby.
It's a great day. It's a great time to be alive in New England, man. You got 2 of the top 5 prospects in the world from New England. So shout out to that.
Oh yeah. Where's the other one going?
We don't know yet. He's transferring from a school, Prolific Prep, I believe, in Cali. He's transferring to Utah Prep.
Fascinating. He's JUCO-ing.
He's basically just going prep to prep basically right now. Yeah, he's kind of just wavering out to.
He's still high school though, right? He's still high school though, right? So he's just running out the prep thing in high school, doing his best, and then they'll go out. He'll be one of the. He's basically a 4-star. Like he's a blue chipper for sure.
Yeah, definitely a blue chipper, man.
Well, hey, both of you actually, not just Will. I don't know if I'm just reading into this wrong. I understand there's still one more year of school to be played. But did you guys see what Carmelo Anthony posted today?
Oh, Keon nasty.
Keon Anthony.
They posted a picture together of his son and himself both wearing Syracuse jerseys. Is this a guarantee that young man's going to Syracuse?
Look, the way his father romanticizes his trip to Syracuse, I'd be shocked if he didn't go to Syracuse. He's probably going to.
The only thing that sucks is that Boeheim's not there anymore. So
yeah, but it's still Syracuse. It isn't Boeheim. I know. No, Boeheim is not the same, but I feel like I don't know who they got coaching there now. Who's coaching Syracuse?
That I did not look into. I'm sorry.
I got
man. I mean, the young man Keon, fucking he's a bucket. He's a bucket like his pops. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing a lot of great things over at the Peach Jam right now. Had a 40 clip the other day, hit like 6 or 7 threes.
I was about to say, I was watching a highlight tape of him and Bryce. They played together on some kind of young all-star team, and they were doing really good. It was fun. Kyan looks like he's going to be the real deal. I think he's going to be
Kyan's nice.
He's definitely a 2. He's not a 3 or a 4 like his dad was. He's definitely a great shooter, and he can play that outside game. So it's going to be fun if he actually goes to Syracuse because I'm going to be seeing a lot of them because I watch a lot of ACC ball.
So
he might just be a little smaller, but
we talk about the Syracuse dream, and it'll be a great thing for him to do in honor of his father going to Syracuse. But he actually has a visit coming up soon, and it's with Jake, the Ohio State Buckeyes, a team that's projected in contention for the top 2025 prospect. He's a 6'5" shooting guard, and he plays basketball on Long Island. He plays at Long Island Lutheran High School. So yeah, Ohio State may be in the run for him.
That's interesting.
Boo.
But I'm kind of with Will on that. I think just just because of how I am and what I like, I think I would enjoy much more if he ended up going to Syracuse.
I honestly, for real, I'm gonna be real with you. I would say, yeah, I would like it too, but we got to look at the dynamics here of basketball and where basketball, and not only basketball, are all supposed to go, and they're going into these power conferences, and the ACC got good basketball. No, good basketball blood, absolutely, but
they might be the best.
I'm a BC Eagles fan. Be real with you, yeah, you might want to go to BC. He's not going to go to BC though, but to just go out there and shine and get your own buckets against the guys in the ACC, but do you really want to do that?
So it's very simple. His dad has already laid it out for him, I'm guessing, and basically told him, what are you going for? Are you going to win a championship at a college? You should probably go Ohio State then if that's the case. But if you want that experience and you just want to go and walk the halls, same halls that I walk, and have this type of path, then you go to Syracuse. You know they're gonna take care of you. They're gonna take care of you because you're my son.
I think he's already walking the same halls as his dad, because I think he goes to the same high school he went to, Oak Academy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's at Oak Hill, but that's just an obvious one. They all go to Oak Hill. They're either at Oak Hill or fucking. I'm just saying, like, all the young stars end up on Oak Hill in high school at some point. Like all the Oak Hill or Sierra Canyon.
I don't think he. I mean, he will probably never end that Oak Hill. But for this case,
no, I think he went to Oak for a little bit, didn't he?
No, I think he's at Oak Hill
with the Christ the King in Jersey.
Oh, it's not
so he's still he's been this high school in the tri-state area. He hasn't. But in this situation here, we know, and I have to mention him because of this and nothing furthermore. But remember, Bronny. They said Ohio State may be in the run for him. But this case right here with Anthony is something that if Ohio State's trying to go get him, they in desperate need to go get a guy like him and get him in the books. You know what I'm saying? For the prestige of their college basketball-wise. We remember Ohio State being a team that can compete, you know what I'm saying? Making tournaments, all that stuff, you know, in the mid-2000s, you know, late 2000s going into 2010s, kind of been in the struggle, but they picked up a little bit last year. I think they were better wise last year. So if they go get him, I mean, that'll be dope for the town. It'll be dope for Jake. He'll be wearing the Anthony jersey, IU jersey on the Patriots. It'll be a great year for Jake.
I'm getting attacked. That's the thing, though. Hey, look, Will knows I'm kind of a sour fan, and I have my weird beefs with things. I love Ohio State football, but I'm not that big of a fan of Ohio State basketball.
Listen,
there's a reason, and there's a reason.
You don't like that, Mata?
We're not going into a story of Jake's here.
For once,
unless you want a campfire story, it'll be quick.
No, but do you have a problem with that, Mata? Is that your issue?
Yes, I do, because he left Xavier.
Yeah, you're being weird now. All right,
and that's why that's why I didn't like Sean Miller for a while, because he went to Arizona. That's why I don't like Chris Mack, because he went to Louisville, but he got fired. So haha.
If you like coaches, you should want them to be successful no matter where they go.
No, I want them to stay with us.
This man's official too. This man's a top. He's definitely a top 30 recruit. He got a bunch of schools at his group.
Yeah. So the whole Syracuse thing that was posted is because they made an offer to it. They gave him an offer. So that doesn't mean he's gonna go there, but we'll see what happens.
They gave him a lifetime offer.
Yeah, of course. And even if he makes other trips, that doesn't mean he's not gonna go to Syracuse. Like I said, he's at school in New York. I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I think he's gonna take a bunch of visits. You got to take the visits because the visits is part of the process. That's fun. The visits, when you go, you show up and they just throw like bitches at you, and they throw all the events of the school at you, and they throw parties. And
I always go, yo.
The visits worth to go.
Go for the gear. I'll have all types of
all of that swag. You get all of that.
Watch him end up at Penn State for no reason.
No way.
That'd be awful. Penn State basketball. What are we doing?
No way, man. In a world where you're gonna see a lot more sons of fathers who play in the NBA, man. This is the start of it, man, for young Anthony.
I mean, we thought we were gonna get Dwayne Wade's kid, but nope.
He wasn't as good. He made a mistake. So, like, the problem with Wade's kid is that.
Was.
But the main problem with Wade's kid is that he he waited until he was 18 to decide, oh, I kind of really want to go to the league now. Like before that, he was just playing off raw talent. He wasn't really working on his game all that much. Then he turned 18 and they realized, oh yeah, like the high school thing's over and now what? And he went to the G League last year and he did all right. We'll see what happens.
Yes, sir, man. Parlay Perspective, man. Hey, Will, I know you know what I'm saying, your internet service cracked up, man. So I kept it alive for one more topic, man.
What was it? This one. It was this topic.
That was a golden topic, man. You know what I'm saying? You had to reset that computer.
Hey, clutching it as usual. That's how we move.
Yes, sir, man. As we tell y'all, man, we say, hey, man, we here for a quick one. Nah, man, we can give y'all a show.
Oh, I didn't answer my question. I didn't answer the question though. My bad
my bad for that improv topic, by the way, though. I'm just a huge Anthony fan to throw that
That's
there.
literally what we need. It's a freestyle wizard. If you didn't do that, you would have been a problem.
Capped on. All good.
Probably.
What's up, Will?
You know. Yeah, I hope your apology was worth it. You made me forget.
My player. Your player. I think you were talking about the college player? Yeah.
Yeah, it was my question from earlier, Will.
Oh, I'd love to see in college specifically. I was so young when it was happening. I want to see primetime live. Like, just he was unbelievable at Florida State.
I could have sworn he was going to say Tebow.
No, I already watched that. Honestly, like I love Tebow, but I love Tebow as a troll to people because people hated him. So, like, my love for Tebow, yeah, he was a Gator, and yeah, he won 2 rings for us, and of course, the big speech and everything. But, like, I liked the rest of that team a lot more than I liked him. Like, Percy, I loved Percy Harvin. That was my favorite player on the team, easily. And then, yeah, just
Pouncey brothers.
Pouncey were dope. I love Hernandez as well. He was a monster there. He's a monster off the field, too, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
And, yeah, so, but I like Tebow. But honestly, like, Tebow wasn't my favorite football player to watch growing up or, like, during all this time. I had other guys like Johnny Football was by far more fun to watch than any Florida Gator that I watched do their thing. Johnny Football was unbelievable.
Dude, watching Manziel in that game against Duke was unbelievable. I did not know
Duke.
Football players. I could not believe football players could do what he was doing during that game. He should have been tackled 3 different times on that one play.
Duke. If it was Duke.
It was a bowl game, Will.
It was Duke. It was Duke. What he did to Bama was unbelievable.
No, those were the Cutcliffe days, though.
My man was doing at that time was doing what people are trying to do now. And I'll put it in a better reference. He is taking money from the bookie. That's what Johnny Football was doing in college. He was straight taking money from the bookies. It was like he had that, like, and we listened to him talk about his life now, the sex, the drugs, the alcohol, everything that put up in his drilling every Saturday to go out there and beat the teams and have the season that he had in his Heisman year to win. He was running on a good high. Shout out to him. That football career, and the best thing about college is you can have a career like that and be known forever. Even if
he was coked up for every game.
That man right there, man, was dope in college. He definitely was. And he put the pressure on himself every week. That was the most exciting thing about him.
The worst struggles came once he got to the league, and I remember Merrill Hodge killing Skip Bayless. Skip was like, you're wrong. He's like, he's gonna be amazing. I think he's gonna replace LeBron James in the history of Cleveland. And Merrill Hodge was like,
he was doing that. He was doing that for clicks.
No, he believed it about him.
He believed it.
Because it happened in Texas. Remember, he's a Texas guy.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was in Texas, oh my God, he went nuts. And Merrill was like, no, bro, he sucks. Like Merrill was like, yo, he's not good. He was like, yo, he'll be good in the NFL if he fixes everything.
And you got to think about it too. You got to think about it too. It's like you have this guy that has, like, he brings a swag with him. So Skip, you got to realize too, like, Skip was a Baker guy too. You know what I'm saying? So Skip wants a white QB.
He likes the gamers. He likes the gamers.
He likes the white boys with the swag that come on the field with the swag. They got their pants probably, slouched down a little bit. He likes that type of player.
But he also just loves like Texas and Oklahoma
He loves
guys.
Texas football too.
Because there's other guys who are gamer, like white guy gamers, and he don't like them. And like who was the other one? Like he's not. I don't think he was high on May. There's a few guys that he be hating on that's white and have that profile. I think he hated on Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's the swaggiest of all the whites.
I'm talking about guys like Baker from it's just walking down the field shrugging.
Right. Yeah.
It sounds like money sign. He
just loves the Texas guys. He loves
the only white guy he liked was Brady. That was it.
He loves Texas and Ohio State. And Oklahoma. He likes like those two states.
He loves to put Ohio State on there.
Nobody likes Ohio State players. We know better.
People say Tom Brady was an ass. You know what I'm saying? But Tom Brady developed a good swag. He developed that. I'm a 6th rounder. I came from the bottom. Now I'm here, and now I got the swagger, and nobody can take it from me. Tom instilled the swagger in him, man. Which a lot of people, I hated him watching him every Sunday play because we kind of knew the result, and sometimes he would play with Vegas to get a reaction. But in all, Thomas carried that. But Johnny, Cam, I mentioned Michael Irvin. Irvin because I would wonder how it is to just be high and be one of the best at your position. You know what I'm saying? Or Chris Carter. You know what I'm saying? But
another one for me is Peter Warrick. I watched all that, and it was unbelievable when he was. It didn't make any sense, bro. You couldn't tackle him. He wasn't even big. It's like 6 feet, like 185, 190, and he wasn't a burner. Like he wasn't like Deshaun Jackson speed, nothing like that. Just couldn't tackle the dude. Unbelievable to watch.
Yeah, so I know I already said Cam Newton, but I think if I had to, because I gotta go with a player that is from my school. I would absolutely love to watch Ted Ginn again too.
Yeah, Ginn was fun. Just ran go routes, but it was fun to watch.
We would have won that national championship if he wasn't hurt.
Sounds good.
Shut up.
Yeah. He was good, but he wasn't that good.
You got a chance.
He was a game changer.
You got a chance to win this year, man. Ohio State.
wait.
It's funny. The 2 players I picked are from a rival, not my own school. Florida State players, both of them.
Like I said, I told you. I swear to God, you were going to say Tim Tebow, but fair enough.
No, why would I watch Tim Tebow again? The point is to see somebody that you didn't see.
And on a low person, I would like.
I was too young to enjoy Ted Ginn.
Willie Green.
Willie was fun as a BC guy. Yeah, we got to watch that live. That was fun to watch, man. He was a fucking savage.
Willie Green, man.
Willie Green was probably the last time I went to a BC football game when he was there. Oh no, I lied. I made it to one of the games with Matt Ryan.
You never went when Luke played?
I didn't see Luke Kuechly play live.
I was about to say, you know what? I got to enjoy Luke Kuechly, the high school player, because I was in grade school when he was playing. We got to go to a few games. I did not get to see him play once at BC on TV, and I hated it.
I thought my man Isaac. shout out to my man Isaac, man. I thought my man Isaac was gonna be the next great at BC, dog.
Who Isaac? What's his last name?
Newton.
Johnson. Isaac Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he went to Everett, dominated the Massachusetts football scene. Got the ride to BC. Unfortunately for him, BC didn't work out for him.
Fuck.
Yeah, see, told you. Told you going to do it during the show.
We helped him get. We went to his dorm room in the first couple of days he was there. You know, we thought this is gonna be. Hold on, we thought every Saturday was gonna be. All right, listen here. We had it all set up because we was already at BC. Basically, we just need somebody to formally call it home.
Right.
In the hood. So it was at that time, dope as hell. But then things happened for a reason, and unfortunately he didn't stay there. But yeah, BC, man. I'm just hoping I want BC to be good so we can have these shows and I can have a BC flag, waving around. I told Will I got a BC basketball jersey. Put my name in the back of it. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't done shit in basketball since Tyrese Rice. It's been bad in BC, bro.
They had a prospect. They had a guy go in the draft this year, though.
Did they?
Yeah. Big man.
Oh, that's right.
Big man, man. Big man making waves, man. I don't know what we're going to do in the league, but shout out to him, man. BC get a prospect or two. I mean, actually, Reggie Jackson, maybe. I forgot Reggie Jackson went to DC.
Watching rookie highlights. I just saw Brandon Miller bang on Walker Kessler.
Yeah, Brandon Miller too is another guy.
He nice, man. He gonna be nice.
That's submitting himself and hopefully next year, just outstanding, growing in, man. Hey, everybody, if you ever want to come through, man, ride with the guys at the Parlay Perspective, come through, share your perspective, your mind. Just be here chatting with the guys, man. Let us know, man, and we'll see if we can come through, man. We see if you can, challenge us at the door. We'll check you to see if you're bringing anything in. And we'll
so you're getting the pat down.
Yes.
I don't bring shit to the table.
Well, you bring annoying me enough to create content.
I didn't realize. Hold up, no, I didn't. Really
I'm messing with you. You didn't do that. I was
about to say.
Hey, stay in character, goddammit. No,
really.
I'm really just looking for the exit at this point.
Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man. Left and right, north, south, east, and west. Shout out to everybody up in Europe, Asia, India, DR. Shout out to my cousin too. She's in DR right now. She's about to get married. Shout out to her. Definitely doing their thing, man. Few people, saying doing their thing, man. Getting married, man. Living the summer up, man. Shout out to everybody living their summer up, man. It's been hot out here. Everybody's been asking for this summer and getting that good heat, baby. You know what I'm saying? But be like me, already dark skinned, so you don't got to get a tan. You know what I'm saying? This heat doesn't really affect you like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we've reached this part of the show. Who got a bag today?
I got a bag.
But who really got a bag?
Find this podcast and others on STWFTV, the Podcasting Network, wherever you get podcasts.